And I think we're live. Awesome. Welcome, welcome, Laura. And I am so excited to have this conversation with you today. We're going to talk about intermittent fasting and Plexus, and together, how they work, why you got started, all those sorts of things. So I'm excited to learn lots more. And yeah, a little bit, just maybe a little bit about who I am, Sherry Grant. I'm from Southwest Saskatchewan. I've been using Plexus for just over 3 years, and I love how I feel using Plexus. And I'm excited now to get a few tips and tweak it up a little bit with intermittent fasting. So, Laura, can you tell us a little bit about you?
My name is Laura Clausen, and I'm a wife and mom. I live in Abbotsford, BC, and I've been on Plexus for about 3.5 years now.
Awesome. So, first, maybe what brought you to Plexus?
Well, my mother-in-law brought me to Plexus. I'm so grateful for her. I was struggling with a lot of discomfort in my head, a lot of health issues that had begun to develop, and I had tried a lot of things and seen very little success. So that is how I started. And it quickly, once I got on the products, I realized this was something I couldn't live without. And yeah, the rest is kind of history.
Cool. Very cool. So then why intermittent fasting? What sparked that interest?
Well, I have always struggled with my weight since I was about 10. And I have tried lots of different things in the last how many years to lose the weight, never being able to, if I did lose, it was not something that was sustainable. I know we talked about this. There's the diets of where you kind of cut out a lot of things like carbs. I was, grilled chicken and veggies every night, salads for lunch. That type of thing was not sustainable long term. My
Mhm.
boys and family didn't want to eat that every single night. And so I had tried intermittent fasting prior to Plexus and had never been successful. Um, Blood sugar balance was the key thing, plus gut health to getting rid of those cravings and keeping myself balanced. And that is when I started after COVID started, I do struggle with emotional eating, rewarding myself for
Mm.
getting through a stressful day. And Ethan is our youngest. He's 19 now, and he was in Europe when this whole outbreak happened. And I was really quite stressed. And although I had these tools, I wasn't using them to the best of my ability. And I thought, I don't want to gain the COVID 15. I would rather lose. And so I began to look into intermittent fasting again, this time incorporating Plexus. And that for me was the missing piece and link, and what has helped me lose almost 18 pounds now since May 1st. And I love that I feel balanced. I'm eating regular meals with my family. There's no dieting, no counting calories, no deprivation, which really appealed to me after, a chronic dieter. You don't want to start another diet. So balance was huge for me.
That's exciting. Like I've talked to a few people and they're like, so what are the rules? Like they're concerned about all the rules. So what would you say to that?
I would say it is very much how you, there are really no hard and fast rules. I have been posting in our group, and you can check that out if they would like to, for more tips and tricks of what we have um, learned over the last few months. But what appealed to me was balance. I do, I believe it's a 18 hour 6 window. So basically, I eat anywhere between 11 a.m. and 5 or 6 p.m., depending on my day. And again, if I'm hungrier that day, I don't have to wait until noon or 1 or 2. I listen to my body because it will tell me when it needs to have fuel. And then when I do eat, I feel pre-Plexus, I was out of control. I would go and overindulge in sugar. Without that balance, I just felt I wanted to eat everything now because I was feeling very low blood sugar wise and a lot of cravings. And I actually gained weight. So that was counterintuitive. But with Plexus, I feel when I do eat, I don't have that ravenous, I'm going to eat, I need to eat everything in sight. I eat a healthy meal and then I am full. I stop and then I have a snack mid afternoon and then I have dinner with my family. And then I typically don't eat. If I eat earlier, my family makes fun of me because I sometimes eat at 5 p.m. and then I'm done. But then I eat maybe at 11 o'clock the next morning. So I kind of listen to my body. But I love that you can adapt it to your flexibility. Like some people would start eating at 10 a.m. and maybe cut it off a little earlier, like 4 or 5. It's very adaptable. And that is what drew me to it because I didn't want to have a lot of rules. And when I first started in May, I didn't even tell anybody because I had not had success. I tried it, I think 4 times prior to Plexus, and I couldn't do it. So yeah, I've really enjoyed that. It's a healthy way of eating. When I do eat, it's not like I'm listening to my body, which is what we talk about in Plexus all the time, right?
Right, right, exactly. That sounds so exciting. It sounds so doable. I'm so excited to kind of learn a little bit more. So now I know that there's this group starting. So can you tell me a little bit more about how does one get to be part of the group and how and what does that look like? And is it going to be really hard work or is there going to be some fun?
Well, I'm hoping it's going to be a lot of fun. I have loved the community of support that we have in Plexus, and I'm really looking forward to having a group. It's free to join our group. However, we do use Plexus and intermittent fasting. That is how I've had success. So to join our group, while the support group is free, we do want you to be on the products with us so you can see what we are experiencing. And we will be doing some fun prizes. It's going to be a great place for accountability to learn. I'm going to share a little bit about meals, because people are always like, what do I eat? So that kind of thing. Exercise. Do I need to do hardcore exercise? No.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I will share what I have been doing, just because I like to be active and keep my body moving. It's good for my mental health and in quarantine and all of that. So yeah, those are the kinds of things that we're going to be doing. And I think there's almost 50 of us in there right now. So it's going to be really fun. It's always fun to do it with other people. I find I didn't have that. And I was like, once I realized I'd stumbled on this and I'm like, I really need to do this with other people. It's just so much more fun. So
Right. Oh, that's exciting. So when does the group start?
it starts on Tuesday, just after our Canadian Thanksgiving. If you're
Okay.
American, it will be different. But
Right.
you may be
Okay.
wondering why we're starting on a Tuesday. Well, because most of us will be eating in Canada turkey dinners on Mondays. So I thought it would be a great start to do it. We're heading into like the last 3 months of 2020. And I know a lot of people have been, COVID really kind of threw them through a loop, and they want to end the year stronger than they started. Maybe the middle was kind of filled with a lot of stress and emotional eating. I get all of that. So I would just love to have people join us because it's yeah, just to go into that season feeling better. I can tell you my self-confidence about myself, even having lost those pounds, I just feel so much better in my skin. And
Right.
that is something that I have struggled with a lot. So yeah.
Right. Well, that sounds really, really exciting. I know there might be some people who have health conditions and this is not for them, and that's totally fair, absolutely fair. But if it's something that you might like to think about, we've got a way for you to succeed. because we're going to have some really, really good information, some really great suggestions, and an amazing support team. So wherever you are watching this, contact the person whose page you're on, get a hold of us, send us a message, whatever's going to work for you. I think there's a few specials this month if you're maybe somebody that's wanting to get started. So that's pretty cool. And Laura, did you have anything else you wanted to say just as we're closing?
Well, just that I would love to have you guys join us. It's just going to be so fun. I'm really excited to do this. And I'm by no means an expert, so I'm not going to claim that, but I'm just looking forward to sharing what has worked because I've done this before and hadn't seen results. And I just want to, share with people what has been working and how it can help you going forward.
Awesome. Thanks so much for sharing with us today, and we'll see you on the inside.
Bye.